Joseph, and welcome to the Coffee Pod. My name is Chishi Zed.
Drink the coffee, it'll make you feel better.
I held my boyfriend hostage for 6 hours. No more wasting time. Let's get it.
What is the most desperate thing you've ever done for somebody?
So this is going to be a story about how insecure and crazy I am.
Okay.
So I was dealing with this guy for a couple months, literally like all summer. And he was sleeping over my house. This was a month ago, not even. He was sleeping over my house, and I woke up at 4 o'clock in the morning to his phone going off repeatedly. So I asked him, like, who are you texting while you're at my house? This is the first time that I've accused him of talking to someone else. For reference, he was a model. He is a model. So he's constantly getting photos from his photographers at all types of crazy hours of the night. But I'm just insecure, and I can't get that through my. So he explained it to me, I'm getting photos back from a photo shoot, but the crazy in me just can't take it. So I'm like,
Hey, at least she's honest, right? The crazy in me, she's admitting that. She also says that she's highly insecure. We've got an honest chick here, and I want to commend her for her honesty. Let's get back into this story.
why are you here? And at that point, he had enough. He's like, you don't trust me. I can't do this. And he's like, I'm done with you. I need to leave. I could not accept that. My ego, my pride would not let this man leave. So, sounds crazy saying out loud. I held this man hostage for 6 hours in my house.
Wow.
No, you can't leave. Please don't leave me. Don't do this. I was pulling everything out of the book. So I see his phone sitting on the table, and I grab it and I hide it. It's like, you're not going to leave without your phone, right? Right? Wrong. It was 6 hours at this point. He was done. He didn't care about the phone anymore.
6 hours she held this man hostage. So I know this chick is on here sharing this story, and she's acting like she's super crazy and kind of like odd compared to most women. But I think a lot of women can relate to this. Why? Because I think a lot of men can relate to being in a situation like this, where a woman decides to physically stop you from doing something. Women do this often. And if you're a sensible guy like the guy sounds in this video, it's probably to a point where he didn't want to actually get physical with her because she's not thinking straight. Who knows what the whole situation can turn into. He probably didn't want to get physical. And I wonder if he eventually did, right? But this happens a lot. There are a lot of women out there who are willing to physically stop a man from leaving when he's decided, like, okay, he's getting disrespected. He wants to leave the space. They'll start tugging on you, hide the phone like she did, right? You know this, but comment down below if you're familiar with this or if this has happened to you. Let's get back into the story.
So he leaves. He starts to leave my house, like walk home. Keep in mind, it's like a 10-minute drive from my house to his house, but it's like an hour of a walk. So yeah, after me wrestling him, he's such a kind-hearted guy. He could have easily just thrown me out of his way, but...
You know what I wanted to say? I wanted to say I could tell this guy's a good guy, but I said, let me not jump to conclusions. She said kind-hearted. I knew it. Only a kind-hearted dude would be sitting there for 6 hours trying to negotiate a compromise and say, please just let me go. You're acting crazy right now. She's like, you think I'm acting crazy? You're acting crazy, right? You guys know how this shit escalates. And he was kind-hearted, and he said, I wrestled with him. So it got pretty physical. She's telling as much as she can bear to share, probably without being embarrassed on social media. But yeah, kind-hearted guy, crazy chick who didn't have her morning coffee.
Drink the coffee, it'll make you feel better.
Makes sense.
He was a really good guy, and I wouldn't let him go. So yeah, he's walking home. I'm following him in my car. Like, I'm literally driving along the side of him, like, please get in the car, don't do this, don't leave me. Oh, it sounds so bad. And I still have his phone at this point. So I'm like, get in the car, I'll give you your phone. I had no intention of giving him his phone. I just wanted him to come and talk to me.
Wow.
So he makes it to a nearby bus stop, and he stops at the bus stop. So I get out of my car, I'm sitting there with him, like, please talk to me, say something. Not one word. He's done. So he finally gets tired of waiting for the bus, and he flags down a cab. He gets in the cab. I follow the cab to his house. Of course I do, because why? I'm nuts, obviously. So we pull up to his house. He had no idea I was even behind him, so he's like surprised to see me, and he's like, I need my phone, give me my phone. But I'm like, no.
A stalker? Mercy.
It's at my house. Come back to my house. I had it in the car, but... So he goes inside, he's sick of it, and I bring his phone back to his job 10 hours later. Like, literally, he was at work and I went to his job to drop his phone off sometime at night. And he never wanted to speak to me again. Yeah.
Wow. That's wild. Yeah. You know what I think about when I hear a woman like this woman in particular share a story like this, is I could tell that she's at least able to look back and admit that she was crazy, that she was insecure. And the fact that she can say he was a good guy sounds like there's some regret in her voice. And this comes down to the problem a lot of women have today with embracing this like serial dating lifestyle. I could be a 3 or 4. I could date a bunch of guys. Because what is that? The way she reacted was a result of past traumas to dealing with toxic relationships in the past. The more toxic relationships you have, the more difficult it will be for you to control your emotions, to be mentally stable as a woman, the more men you sleep with, etc. When you finally do run into the good guy, you can't even have a functional relationship with him because you're too busy worried about problems you had in prior relationships. Another danger of being a modern woman in today's dating market. Now, guys, as always, the internet reacted to this crazy story. First comment here actually comes from the creator. She says, I am actively taking necessary steps to heal. 70 plus likes. And, I commend her for being able to be honest and look at the situation. And that's how progress happens. So she gets my respect for that. A lot of these videos lack this level of accountability. Next comment here from a woman says, oh, that's scary as hell. I hope he's okay. OMG, 20 plus likes. Yeah, that was also a very traumatic experience for that guy. Here's what's funny. Women think that in situations where they get physical with the man, because he's a man, he's not looking at that situation as traumatic. Nah, man. It's a traumatic experience because not only are you thinking of your safety, but you're also thinking of like, wow, this is a situation where I'm wrestling. She was wrestling that woman. And what if I hurt her? Is she mentally stable enough to remember this situation and see that she instigated this situation? It's not my fault. What if I go to jail for this? And most guys today know enough that when it happens and they're not dysfunctional in their lives, they want nothing to do with a relationship like that. Another comment here from another woman with the sad emoji says, wait, I know he's the victim, but I feel bad for you because I've been crazy before too, and I understand, friend. Really? Look, somehow this chick feels bad for the other crazy chick. In what universe can a guy get physical to this level, literally hold a woman hostage for 6 hours, and you hear another man say, hey bro, kind of feel bad for you? It would never happen. Men are held to the maximum accountability if they make a woman feel this unsafe. And so women should also understand that in this equal world, they should also experience the same type of responsibility, accountability. Next comment here says, that's not a flex, man. You need help. 40 plus likes. That is true. Another woman here says, wow, that was extremely vulnerable of you to admit. I probably would have done some BS like that in my 20s too. Okay. Time/life heals some of the crazy, but it's still there. Isn't it, user 87358296? All right, let's skip. Next comment here is actually a thread and starts out with the guy who says, we've all been there. Have we? All these chicks have been there? I wouldn't be surprised. This comes down to mental stability, trauma. So I wouldn't be surprised if most of them have been there. Oh, no, we've got a woman who disagrees here. She says all, with the question marks. And the same chick who said we've all been here responds back to her and says, not you, because you're perfect, with the laughing emoji and the heart. And she says, thank you. And another girl says, girl, boo, with the laughing emojis. And finally, another chick says, we. I love that other women are looking at the situation and going, nah, man, there's no excuse for this. Next comment here from another person says, he's the victim in this scenario. Y'all need to stop. Somebody else responded back to that comment and said, literally, why is people acting like she was the victim, like dead? Yeah, that's true. How is this in any way unfortunate for that chick? It's like, if a woman cannot get her way in any shape or form, doesn't matter the scenario, there'll be somebody there to feel sorry for her. If not female empowerment, there'll be some simp there to comfort that woman. We've got a gentleman here that says, please don't do that again or get in the habit of doing that because some men may not be so patient with you. That is true. That is very true. We've got another comment here that reads, if a man posted this, he would be in jail 24 hours tops. That's true. That's facts. We've got a thread here. First comment says, brave of you, but if this were a man saying he held a woman hostage in his house for 6 hours after accusing her of cheating and then harassed and stalked her home, the authorities would be called, as they should, in parentheses. And the actual chick responded back to this comment and said, okay, please go cry elsewhere. It's facts though. It's facts. It's the truth. Don't be mad. And then the chick goes on to say, girl, you were the one crying, acting a fool. Don't be mad because you can't post a video in a vacuum where everyone cuddles and agrees with you. I love it. Women holding women accountable.
Like my coffee like I like my women.
Then the same chick responded back to her and says, you sound mad. She can't help the pain of accountability. A final comment here from a woman reads, yeah, you need therapy bad. So that's it, guys. Shout out to the guy in the story who led by example to show men that you do not tolerate disrespect, hostage situation, a situation where a woman is willing to get physical and violent, especially from a chick who seems a little bit unhinged and needs some help. As always, curious to know what you think. Leave your comments down below. I appreciate you for checking out yet another episode of the Coffee Pod. Till next time, I'm out. Peace.